So high, nothing around me feeling real. Nothing around me feeling real. You got me so high, nothing around me feeling real, except for you.
What's going on? I'm redoing the intro that I already did yesterday because Isaac is an idiot. I have to preface this whole segment with Isaac is an idiot. So he deleted the intro that we shot yesterday and shot something else over it, and like, you know, table stakes, you know.
What is sausage?
Anyways, the good news is I'm about to roll out of here. Just wanted to refilm this intro real quick. Heading to the gym. The development has been that I was obviously admitted with back pain, and for some miraculous reason, the marker that indicates that the leukemia is kind of growing and cells are dying and stuff is going on, it's been continuously going down. Prior to me receiving this kind of little bit of chemo, the dexamethasone, which is a very high dose steroid that they're giving me, and I'm still on this blinatumomab, which they thought wasn't working, but because the markers came down before they started giving me all this other stuff, they think that maybe it is working. It just took a lot of time to get going, and I have a very fast metabolism, and the doses initially were actually quite low, so maybe my body was metabolizing it so fast that it took a while to kick in, and in that time the leukemia was kind of like, holy shit, there's something coming to get us, we may as well just increase the speed of, I'm just hypothesizing, I don't know, but the leukemia very quickly kind of went from molecular level to 10%, which was quite scary. I'm now a high risk case, because after 9 months of super intense, the most intense actually chemo regimen you can do for it to relapse this quickly and this aggressively, we kind of all had a moment of, oh my God. But the good news is there's some hope. There's a brand new CAR T-cell treatment which I qualify for. So good news, but also scary, because to qualify for it, you need to be a high-risk case. You need to be, because it's super expensive and brand new, you basically need to be a candidate for where all other conventional treatment stops working. They then try this on you. It's got a quite promising success rate. And the study that I'm doing is a safety test on the side effects. So I think 200 people have had it, and one person has died, but they still don't understand all of the side effects. So they're taking the T cells out of my body, they're reprogramming them to go after my leukemia cells and then re-injecting them into me, and in the period, it takes them about 2-3 weeks to do that in a lab. Some of the risks are that for some reason they can't do it with my cells. It's really sophisticated, and in that time they give me chemo to kind of get rid of my own T cells so the new ones have space. I have these meetings on Monday and Tuesday, and I'll tell you more about kind of how it all works and stuff. But yesterday was quite an entertaining day. Try to make the most of it and stay positive, and not be boo-boo-bee-boo. I'm chipper. I'm happy that the blood has kind of improved so quickly. So I can go to the gym. I'm gonna head to the gym. Why don't we spin to some of the moments and highlights that went down yesterday, so you can see.
Is that you?
You never had any six-pack or eight.
Okay.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, like I'm not flexing or posing. I'll show you now another one.
Let's see.
Huh?
Let's see.
Then the button.
Same person.
How can I?
Yeah.
It's amazing what a B cell precursor acute lymphoblastic leukemia can do. Because I can't do that now, I'm too fat. I should
Can
try
I
that.
say it back? You're not fat.
Gonna try to do a flip now.
Oh, it'd be quite funny. Just ignore her. I don't know, she wanted to be in the picture. I don't know what she's doing with her leg, but
Who is the guy?
that's me.
No way.
100% that's me. It's not that long ago either. I'll be back
No
to this.
way.
If you can please just get that cell out of my body, I'll be back.
Really? Is that you?
Let's get back to that one.
That's not you.
It is me. You can clearly tell that's me. Myra? Easy. Don't start fancying me now. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I'm available and speaking.
Okay.
Okay, so how's your day?
Just good. Busy.
Should we go... Oh, really busy, is it? Really? Any other complaints before we start this call?
No, but it's good to be busy, you know?
Yeah, I think so. You know what's also good? To be healthy.
What?
To have stuff to do. To not be inside a bed. Not be attached to pumps. Not to get cannulated every 3
you want
minutes.
me to be-
Yes. So anyways,
Okay.
tell me how the meeting went.
No, we went, it was positive. General sentiment was positive. So they initially they wanted us to walk through our case studies and so on. But so they arrived in the room and we started talking about skiing and cycling because they are based in Switzerland. They are very near the Alps. So they are in an amazing location when they can do a lot of outdoor stuff. That's how we started the meeting.
Very interesting.
Where you reached out and what you are trying to achieve, and we'll tell you like how we can help. So they started to give us some background information about their business, what do they do on social, shifting from being only around the extreme sport and outdoor to urban. So before it was like extreme skier, extreme climber.
Yeah, I saw the climbing one. That was very good.
And they want to outsource the entire influencer marketing process, from putting a strategy around influencer marketing. They don't want to do ad hoc campaigns. They want a long-term relationship with a long-term plan that is integrated as part of the entire marketing mix. So I said that's perfect. We are the cusp of culture, and what we do is all about business objective and putting a strategic plan to leverage influencers, but not only to create content online and to activate as well offline during events and so on.
A lot of agencies, they know they can get a certain number of views. There's tricks in the trade. You can do that. But I think what's long-term more effective is actually to really try to figure out if it works and what works, and then build a long-term relationship with clients where there's a back and forth, a partnership, figuring things out together, and then really doing the kind of marketing where like, holy shit, we've increased sales by 20%, and you can see that there's an uptick in engagement with the brand, and people really caring, and it working, and it trickling down in more sales. Where are you going?
I have work to do, so we'll speak later, okay?
Yeah, I want to talk about some other stuff though.
Yeah, okay, later then.
What time?
7?
Are you coming by?
No.
Well, I only have cancer. It doesn't matter. So don't.
Yeah.
So when are you coming next?
I don't know. Like you are going out. When are you leaving?
I don't know. When will I die? Who knows?
Yeah. Ciao.
So what time? Again. So while Isaac is going to this podcast that we're about to spin to, I'm going to pack up all my shit, and we're going to go see Richard and do a workout because I feel quite well. Spin to the podcast.
Okay.
How you doing, man? You alright?
So I'm here with this guy, which is Mat Lloyd. Can you just give yourself a quick introduction?
Mat Lloyd, spoken word artist and host of the Skateboarder and podcast.
And he has kindly asked me to be on the podcast, and we're going to be talking skateboarding, video content, pretty much anything to do with what I like doing, because it's all about me.
Yeah,
It's also all about Matt as well. So we're going to get this done, and I'll catch up with you afterwards.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much.
There's a couple of firsts in this podcast. One is it's the first time the podcast has been filmed because I'm sat here looking at you, and there's a reason why you do that, and we'll go into that later. And also, you're the youngest person I've ever had on the podcast.
Oh, really? I think I always. There was a point when I was like 12 where I wanted to be a lawyer, but from then, after that month of just wanting to be a lawyer, I was like, I want to do filmmaking. I'm a creative person. That's just all I want to do. So from that point of 12 years old, I was like, I just want to make films. Yeah, working as a full-time videographer for Social Powerful. So what we are is we're an attention agency. So we go to where the attention's going.
Sick.
And that's how we stay ahead of the curve, and that's how we keep going forward. And now, like what we've been doing, because we're the company Social Powerful, we're vlogging our entrepreneurial journey, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm like filming and editing 3 times a week these vlogs, and it's about, I'm basically my boss at the moment. He's got leukemia.
Yeah, I've seen some of it on the Socially Powerful Instagram and various different things. I think you were calling him a pussy on your...
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No, dude.
Perfect.
Nice. Cheers.
I'm gonna go and spin to my boss.
No.
He's taking fucking ages.
There's fucking windows, BBC 11, Socially Powerful reporting in the wind. I cannot feel the pain. I'm not cold. It's just not painful to me anymore. BBC Socially Powerful. We've been acquired by the BBC, and we're going to be documenting everything for them now. And at the moment we're documenting the slowest arrival of an Uber in history. And I am so aggressive because of this dexamethasone that I'm going to put my face in his face and I'm going to go, "What took you so long? What fucking took you so long?" I've, got this, serious disease. I should probably be nice to people, reevaluate my life, and blah, blah, blah. And all you can think about is just, like, picking fights. If you want to kill people, it affects you so much. That stuff makes you so aggressive, and you can't control it. And I was standing in the wind, and, like, I'm just not cold. I don't feel anything. And I'm just, like, so pumped and, like, jumping on anything. And I called my brother. I'm like, "Right, I've discharged myself. There's no more cure. And I'm heading to Heathrow. I'm going to the Bermudas." And he's, like, been through hell. Didn't find it funny at all. He's like, "Are you coming?" I got you.
I'll tell you how you make me feel. Girl, you got me so high. Nothing around me feeling real. Nothing around me feeling real. You got me so high. Nothing around me feeling real, except for you.
Have a great day. You too, bud. Cheers, man.
Let's see how quickly we can fall out. What? I've already fallen out. Fist bump me. Piece of shit.
Hiya.
Hiya. Here's my drugs. You want some? Dexamethasone? There's no way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So high, nothing around me feeling real. Nothing around me feeling real. You got me so high, nothing around me feeling real, except for you.
Workout finished?
Yeah, it's warming down a little bit. Feel better. Just getting oxygen into your system feels good. And I somehow believe that there's lots of shit going on in your body, and a lot of it doctors understand, but there's also a lot that I don't think they quite understand. And me sending the impulse that it's not over, that it will continue existing, continue moving, continue living, sending that positive energy and that impulse into my body I think it's going to make some sort of difference.
Absolutely.
I'm doing it for me, genuinely, not to like be some sort of hero. My shirt is off because otherwise the cables get stuck to the t-shirt and I don't want to risk pulling it out of my skin. And being in a hospital bed with breathing that hospital air is just not healthy. Being out and about, doing a little bit of light, gentle exercise, and even the light weights, they really kill me. But you know, now some good nutrition, some good sleep, focusing just on. I've always been quite bad at that, like the task at hand. Like I was saying to Richard, if I start thinking about my situation, the long term, the unknowns, the uncertainty, the maybes, it would break me. Focusing right now, what I need to do, just doing that the best way I can. That in the long term is probably going to result in, you know, something epic. But sometimes when you set yourself this like goal that you work towards, and then you realize like, fuck me, that's far ahead, or I'm laying this little brick here, I'll never build the massive castle. It could be discouraging, so just kind of zoning out and doing the very best I can do right now, right here. That's the lesson I'm learning, and that's maybe a lesson that everyone can learn in whatever it is that you're doing today. So stop fucking complaining, go and do what you love doing, you bunch of little bitches.
Imagine they told you you had a relapsed, aggressive blood cancer. Cells dividing faster than treatment is able to kill them. Actually, let's make this simpler. Imagine that you were blind, complete darkness, no colors, no views, no beauty, just pitch black. If you were blind, ask yourself how badly would you want to see? If pushing yourself to your limits would give you sight, would you do it? If there was a cure, would you let anything stand in your way? Would you share your story, put yourself out there authentically at your most vulnerable? Do you really want to see? Would you really care if they mocked you, laughed at you, pointed at you, judged you, or badmouthed you? Would you be concerned about your extreme goal or embrace extreme work? What if you had to learn hurt, trust pain, and embrace struggle? Would you still be concerned with being realistic? Would you still figure your odds and calculate your chances? If you had to spend more time appreciating each moment and less time planning your weekends, would it even be a tough choice? If the cure was humility and pain, would you go for it? If the cure was looking foolish, would you risk it? If seeing again took a fight, would you start swinging? If the cure was doing things that you can't do, would you attempt them? If a few extra hours, a few more drops of sweat, and just a little bit more blood is all it took, would you claim your sight? Do you really want to succeed? Then choose to be blind and do what it takes to see, because if you don't, then you're just blind anyway.